Hallo, guten Tag. Wir sind hier an App GermanGurus und ich bin Sanjay Sharma. Wir wollen weiter Deutsch lernen und dafür geht's hier los. Satzbau, Satztypen und Satzbilden. This is what we are going to learn today. That means sentence structures, very important thing, and sentence type of sentences, and how to make from jumbled words one correct sentence. Basically, in this session today, we are going to do three type of questions, three type of sentences, in fact. Yeah. So once I give the information about myself, ich heiße Sanjay. This looks like a normal sentence. Normal sentence, or also a positive sentence, also about a statement sentence or some information sentence. And such sentence where I'm saying ich heiße Sanjay is called Aussagesatz. Aussagesatz. Similarly, ich wohne in Frankfurt. This is also similarly Aussagesatz. Berlin ist die Hauptstadt von Deutschland. Another Aussagesatz. Oder Berlin liegt in Ostdeutschland. München liegt in Süddeutschland. So these are also statement sentences where we give information, and that's why we call them Aussagesatz. But if I want to know wo liegt Deutschland, wo liegt Berlin, now I want to know where is the location of Berlin or where is the location of Germany, of course in Europa or in Mitteleuropa. Now in that, this is a question, a Frage, and we call it as Nummer 2, W-Fragesatz. A question which is made with a W word, right? W-Wort oder W-Fragewort. Then comes, liegt Frankfurt auch in Ostdeutschland? Nein, Frankfurt liegt in Mitteldeutschland. So this is where I was not very sure about the location of Frankfurt. So I created a question with a verb and my answer was with Nein. Similarly, it can also be ja sometimes. Like, heißt du Sanjay? Ja, ich heiße Sanjay. So that's a sentence where only ja, ich bin Sanjay, ich heiße Sanjay. So these are called Ja-Nein-Fragen, oder since they are starting with a verb, they are called Verbfragen. So we are having here three type of Satztypen. Nummer 1, Aussagesatz, the affirmative sentence, you also call them in English, or a statement sentence, or about an information sentence. Nummer 2, W-Fragensatz, W question sentences, where there is a W word, where, wo, was, wie, etc. Then we have Nummer 3, the also sentences with questions. And these are called Verbfragen oder Ja-Nein-Fragen. Okay? So these three type of Typen oder Arten von Sätzen we want to discuss today, and I have got a task for you. So here I have written 3 sentences and we have to join them accordingly to the name which we have learned in the session today. So the first is Bist du Doris? So now we will learn together Bist du Doris, and once we see a question mark there, we have to be alert that there is a Fragezeichen, and this Fragezeichen has come because we don't have a W word, but it has a verb in the beginning, so it is starting with a verb. So what we call it as Ja-Nein oder Verbfrage. So this is our Nummer 1, right? Ich bin Franz. Somebody tells his name. Ich bin Franz. So this is giving information about his name. That is called Aussagesatz. And that's why it is Nummer 2. And what is the feature of this sentence? The verb is at second place. So that's the feature. The verb should be at the second place. So I'm highlighting the color with the verb, where the verb is placed. And of course, it has got a full stop. This Aussagesatz will have a Punkt, a full stop. On the other hand, now we have the last one. Wie alt bist du is also having a question mark, Fragezeichen, and it has a W word. And that means we have to mark it with rot, rosa, grün, und jetzt rot. So we have got 3 colors, and accordingly it is Nummer 3, V-Frage-Satz, right? So we have matched them together, and we also know very importantly that V-Frage-Satz will have Beispiele of examples such as where, wie, was, and then the verb will be at the second place. So this verb should also be highlighted that it is at the second place. Right? Now we are going to do together some jumbled word into sentences and also come to know from their coloring what type of sentence was that. So the first, what is given to us? Albert, ich heiße, and a Punkt. Punkt means it's just an affirmative, normal sentence. So let's give it green color, and then the verb should be in the second position. That's very important. So we don't need verb in the beginning. Verb is heiße. We need ich, the subject, ich. Then we need the verb heiße. Ich heiße, and Albert is the name of that person. Albert. Ich heiße Albert. Albert Einstein. Na? Okay. So this is Albert. Now, Nummer 2. And we will also highlight the verb part and in the same color green, and also this Punkt. That's very important for us to learn, that we made an Aussagesatz here. Do, where, best is given to us. So we have to put it together. So we can immediately locate, it has a W word, na? V-Fragewort. So make it with rot, and Fragezeichen also rot, and together we'll bring it here, where. And then do has the verb ending best. Where, and verb ending or verb has to be at the second position, and the W word is also in the rot. So where, best, do. This makes you learn that this is a V-Frage-Satz. Third one is heiße, Mauzi, meow, meow. So there are 4 words basically, and there is full stop here. So basically a full stop, no question mark. So that means I have to tell the name, and the name is Ich heiße Mauzi, but there is a greeting before that. So normally first we greet and then we provide our name. So let's have the greeting first, and since the cat is giving the greeting, she can't say Guten Tag, so she will say meow, meow. Okay? Meow, meow. Ich heiße Mauzi. Okay? Ich heiße Mauzi. And there we also need to make this Punkt as grün. This is Aussagesatz. We are giving information. We came to know from this sentence that the cat's name is Mauzi. Nummer 4. Carla heißt du. So what do we see here? Fragezeichen. There is a question mark. But there is no W word actually. So what do we do for that? That means we need to have verb at the first place. That's very, very important, that our verb will be at the first place. So let's have the verb here. Heißt du Carla. Okay? And Fragezeichen. And of course, since we are making a question with the verb in the beginning, so ha groß. So heißt du Carla. Is your name Carla? Are you called as Carla? Fine. Nummer 5. Kurt, Gates, hallo, wie. Again, we say here a question mark, Fragezeichen, with a W word. What does it mean? It means that we have to form a question with the W word, but first we should have the greeting. Greeting is hallo, and whom we are greeting it? Kurt. Hallo Kurt, wie geht's? Hallo Kurt, how are you? So this is how we made 5 sentences. Let's go ahead. Nummer 6. Und, did we color it? Oh, we forgot. We forgot to color it. We, and then the verb, and everything will be colored here in red. It's a V-Fragewort. Next one. Und, danke, dir, gut. So here we see a question mark. And what about you? Basically, it's asking, how are you? But I'm also providing my information that I'm fine, thank you. So that means in such a situation, first we provide our information, danke, gut, and then we want to know und dir, and what about you? So this is a question, eine Frage, where the W word is missing because it is in the context or in the same reply to wie geht's. So similarly, we also say und dir, and what about you? Nummer 7, schreibst, which is to write. Das we do. So what can we see here? Fragezeichen. We also see W-Wort. That means we first have to have the W-Wort, wie, how, then we need the verb, schreibst, then we need the person do, and then das. So what are we going to make color as? The verb at the second position in such a W question, and of course, W-Wort in the beginning, wie. Wie schreibst du das? Nummer 8, Leonie, ich heiße. So what do we get here? A Punkt. Punkt means it's a normal statement sentence, Aussagesatz. So for that we need a person's, first of all, ich is the personal pronoun, then we need the verb, ich heiße Leonie. Okay? And we can make this Punkt as grün, and also the verb coming at the second place, Satzposition 2, heiße. Ich heiße Leonie. Nummer 9, ist wer das. What do we have here? Was haben wir hier? Fragezeichen einmal. Und dann haben wir wer, the question word by where, who. So this is what we need in the beginning, where, and then the verb is ist and then das. So what do we need to highlight? This is W-Frage, where verb comes at second position and W at the first position. We are learning how to make sentences, but also how to frame questions, how to reply. So many things we are learning together. We will analyze it, what all we learned it here. Do we heist? So this is Fragezeichen. And there we have to locate what kind of Fragezeichen. It is a W. W-Wort. We. So let's bring here. We heist du. And wir haben rot Fragezeichen. Verb und W-Wort sind auch rot. Wie heißt du? Wie heißt du, mein Freund? Alt du wie bist. So, noch einmal hier Fragezeichen, question mark, and followed by wie, the W word. But this, interestingly, W word is not alone. It needs also alt. Wie alt together. Okay? And there we have wie alt first of all. Wie alt. And then we need the verb bist du. Wie alt bist du? How old are you, my friend? And this is a verb for us. And then W word also we put it in rot. And last 4 sentences here. Thomas und ich du heiße. Very interesting sentence. There is information also. It's about my name and I also want to know somebody's name. Okay. So first when we have 2 things, there is a question mark also and there is an information also. And that means we have to make first of all the information, the Aussagesatz. That is here, ich heiße Thomas und du. That's how. So this do is wie heißt du actually. Right? So that's why it is in red color. And this is our statement. So this is in green color. So the same sentence has got 2 parts. Very interesting. First is the information part, Aussagesatz, ich heiße Thomas. And then und du. And what about you? That's a question to the other person. Bist Sarah wie alt? And du is also there. So first of all, it's a Fragezeichen having W word also there. We, but again I told you, we cannot be alone. It needs alt also. Right? So that's where we bring it here. Wie alt bist du Sarah? Right? Wie alt bist du Sarah? How old are you, Sarah? If Sarah is around, she can tell us the age. And then of course, same color W word and the verb at second place in the red color. Nummer 14, eine E-Mail du von bekommst Anton. Now there is no question mark, so it's a information. So Aussage, Satz, or the statement sentence, positive affirmative sentence. So which starts with the subject du, then second place is the verb. Du bekommst eine E-Mail von Anton. Okay? And what do we need to highlight here? The verb at the second position with the conjugation st because the subject is du. Okay, and of course it is a Punkt. Then Nummer 15, 13, ich, du, bin und Brigitte. Okay, so here we have a question mark. So that means we want to know the information about the age. So first, of course, there is information coming that I am 13, ich bin 13. Und du, I want to know Brigitte's age. Du, Brigitte. So here we have Fragezeichen also, and here we also have the information Aussagesatz in the same part. So that's a very interesting one, nah? Okay, and then Brigitte can answer that sie ist 14 oder 15. So what we have learned, we are going to summarize today. So was haben wir heute hier gelernt? Satztypen, Satzbau, Satzbilden, sentence structure, sentence type is, what type of sentences are there in the German language, and they are Aussagesatz, W-Frage and Verbfrage oder Ja-Nein-Fragesatz. 15 sentences we put together. We can always rewind and always watch it again. And very important learning in this session was also Verb Position 2 normalerweise für W-Fragewort oder auch Aussagesatz, but for Verb Fragesatz it's per Position 1. And don't forget to subscribe our channel GermanGurus on the YouTube and also the app where you get everything. The GermanGurus is providing everything on the app. The YouTube channel is having very little information. Very few videos are there, but our treasure is on the app GermanGurus. So please have it on your mobile, on your tablet, and tell everybody around to have it for all school students 6th to 12th, which is first time innovation for you guys, because we want to make your journey of learning German language in your schools easy always. Dankeschön und Wiedersehen.